Hi, I'm Dr. Gaby Cora, and welcome to my show, Dr. Gaby's Take, Make Life Interesting.
What helps you stay centered? So you mentioned the faith, you mentioned your attitude. What helps you stay centered and healthy beyond that?
My kids.
What about the kids? Getting into an argument with a kid, or
No.
getting them ready for the morning?
I want
What
to
keeps
be
you going?
there for them,
You want to be there for them and with them.
and my husband, because I want to be there.
Mhm.
He's going to tell me later promises that we made.
So that strong desire is keeping you
I think,
going.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. And then, of course, God.
I'm sure sometimes you get up
Faith.
in the morning and you're like, I'm done.
No, I'm frustrated. No,
Okay, and
I'm
that
not
was
done.
my question.
but
You're
I'm
like,
frustrated,
I'm frustrated.
sometimes when I can't open something or when I can't do something that I usually did
Mhm.
before.
What do you tell yourself when you're frustrated?
When I'm frustrated,
Yes.
God is with me. God is with me. And then sometimes I come down and I can't.
And you can. It's like when you're like in a more relaxed state,
Yeah.
things go smoother.
Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Fight back. Because miracles do happen. And I think that what happened to me was a miracle. I really do.
Thanks for watching this show, and I know it was not easy to watch. We always have such a hard time looking into cases in which we have to discuss life, death, treatments, and things that we tend to deny. So this is some of the lessons learned that I want to leave you with after watching this show. The first one is, how can we look inside and look partly into this denial? Most young couples won't ever even look at what to do if something bad really happened to them, whether it's an accident and or a chronic condition and or if they were struck with cancer. So the first thing that I would suggest is see if there is a chance, an opportunity that you can at least discuss this once with your spouse. This will help you at least try to figure out what you think about this and what your spouse thinks about this too. The second point to look at is discuss this with your doctor. Try to see what your doctor feels about some of these issues as well. And it's very important for you to be able to work through a doctor that you feel comfortable in terms of being aligned with what's important to you and what's important to your doctor too. So this is a very poignant point here where you may need to make some decisions of realizing who it is that you would want to work with if something terrible or bad happened to you. Tough decision, but think about it. The second part is cultural issues. Oftentimes we may come from different cultures, and in general you have couples that get along pretty nicely together may have some common background in their cultures. That may be the case for you, or it may not be the case for you. But you may want to look into these things ahead of the game. Where do we see some of these cultural differences? There are some cultures, for example, that would always take care of their parents. There are some other cultures that would think about bringing them to a nursing home right away. There are some couples that would always think about taking care of one another if anything happened. There are others in which they would obviously and very fast try to bring in a third person to try to help the person that's not doing so well. So think about these things. What's important to you? Think about quality of life for you. What does that mean for you? If you're not familiar with what power of attorney means, try to get more familiar with that, and or a living will. So this will give you an idea of what you may want to do if something tough really happened to you and make a choice. The most important thing about this show today and all our conversations is to keep our hope up. Even with the greatest medicine that we have today, physicians like myself, even if we've been in practice for over 20 years, still don't have a crystal ball. So discuss whatever it is that you need or want to do with your spouse, with your family, with your doctor. Check out what kind of support you may have in healthcare, but never lose hope, because there's no one who can give you the hope from the outside. That hope comes from within. Thank you for joining me, and hope to have helped you with some of these lessons learned to make life interesting.